यस्यात्रतर्क्य विभवस्य महेश्वरस्य पादौ नमामि नयनामृतलक्ष्मणस्य देवस्य यस्य महता.
Suffused with the beauty and fragrance of devotion, these verses from the Guru Stuti are dedicated to the great master of Kashmir Shaivism, Ishwar Swarup Swami Lakshman Ji. Composed by Acharya Rameshwar Jha, a scholar of great reputation, this hymn echoes the sentiments of all those who have experienced Swami Lakshman Ji's grace and presence. Swamiji embodied in his person the splendor of the non-dualistic tradition of Kashmir Shaivism, a philosophy that goes back in mythological times to sage Durvasa and his mind-born sons. His lineage can be traced back to the great Shaiv masters who traversed the breathtakingly beautiful valley of Kashmir. Starting with Vasugupta, the seer to whom the Shiv Sutras were revealed in the 9th century at Shankarpal, to Somanand, Utpaldev and Lakshman Gupta. From the likes of Abhinav Gupta and Kshemaraj, to Yograj, Jairath and Shivopadhyay. And then, nearer our times, from Mankak Monga and Ramji to Mehtab Kak, and finally our revered Swami Lakshman Ji, the greatest exponent of this tradition in the 20th century. The legacy that the preceding masters bequeathed to Swamiji consisted of a worldview having its roots in the tantric vision of reality. Shaped by the great Abhinav Gupta, this philosophical system rejects the otherness of God and perceives the ultimate reality in terms of a universal consciousness that vibrates in every atom of the universe. It is, in a sense, a life-affirmative philosophy that sees the world as a manifestation of the blissful energy of one all-pervading light. Not only does Shiva pervade everything, but is everything, from a blade of grass to Param Shiva. Many were the similarities Swamiji shared with Abhinav Gupta, interpreting his thoughts to the modern world in a manner none had done before. Most importantly, he brought out Kashmir Shaivism from the confines of an ever-narrowing circle of the initiated few to humanity as a whole. The downtown locality of Namchibal, Srinagar, has undergone many changes over the last century, but it still retains its ambience and the old world charm. Even the house of Swamiji, now in the hands of a Muslim family, does not seem to have undergone much renovation. In fact, the room in which Swamiji was born on May 9, 1907 remains very much the same. One can well imagine the joy of a newborn child in a house. But Swami Ramju, a great Shaivite master and Lakshman's first guru, knew better. Apparently, dancing with joy, he sang these lines. What is surprising is that Swami Ram danced even though he had apparently lost the use of his legs to long hours of meditation. Even today, several old residents of the locality still fondly remember his parents, especially Pandit Narayan Das Raina for his philanthropy and entrepreneurship. Besides owning a lot of landed property and a carpet factory, it was Pandit Narayan Das who introduced houseboats in Kashmir for the first time. Coming to Swamiji's childhood, it soon became evident that Lakshman was a bit different. A precocious child, if one could call him that, with a marked inclination towards spirituality. At 3, he used to make shivlings out of clay. And at 5, he would sit in meditation and go into a trance, fainting every now and then.
After a few days, they carried me to their master, Swami Ram, for treatment. They thought that I was going in hysterical mood, hysteria, because I fainted every now and then, and afterwards.
You fainted constantly then after that experience?
Constantly, after I took meals,
you would
the meals were finished, I fainted.
I see.
I took tea, the meals were finished, the tea was finished, I fainted. I didn't know what was happening to me.
Lakshman's sacred thread ceremony was performed along with that of his brothers when he was about 9 years old. However, Lakshman's spiritual training had begun much earlier, under the guidance of his elder brother, Maheshwarnath.
Söz katan Ramciğiz yatkan bana koy, meka için boğazını yavan. Yemin seni boğazına meka koy. Dolayısıyla hikaye ya haçınız bulan. Yine açını mümkünler meyliğini çözersin. Bunun maçanlarcız. Bunun Ramciğiz. Dolayısıyla meyliğini dersin çavunken. Hikayemiz pırızan mı? Dolayısıyla telekas mı marul mu? Dolayısıyla beyzan mı meyli?
And once he fell sick, very sick, and my father asked my master to come down and to make him all right by grace. And he came down, my master, from his ashram, and he sat before him. He was on bed, lying on bed, and my master began to do his action. My brother told him, "Oh, don't do this, please. Don't make me all right. I only in case I find the real truth in my near future, then make me all right. Otherwise, there is no interest."
Pata ٲs یہِ وۄنۍ لانچ پیٚمٕژ اَتٮ۪تھ پَتہٕ گوٚو ماجہِ دوٚپنَس ژٕ کیٛازِ چھَکھ وَدان دوٚپنَس یہِ حظ چھُم ییٚتٮ۪تھ موٗدمُت دوٚپنَس سُہ چھی نہٕ یہِ چھی پاپ وَلہٕ بہٕ ہاوَے مٔشِد ٹوٹھ کَتہِ چھُ وَلہٕ برٛادَس پٮ۪ٹھ نیر مےٚ سۭتۍ بہٕ ہاوَے مٔشِد ٹوٹھ کَتہِ چھُ أمۍ دوٚپنَس ژٕ مہ وۄتھٕے نہٕ تھوٚد سۄ ٲس وَدان بِچار دوٚپنَس یِم چھی پاپ سُہ چھی مٔشِد ٹوٹھ گوٚمُت بھگوانَس نِش.
His wish did come true. It was at the young age of 28 that Pandit Maheshwarnath died. Just 45 days after his demise, Swami Ramju too passed away. The year was 1915. Swami Ramju's Mahasamadhi was a great loss to the Raina family and his followers in general. A great master in the theory and practice of Kashmir Shaivagams, Swami Ramju's primary concern was the progress of Lakshman in his formative years. Today, his ashram at Fateh Kadal serves as a memorial to this great master of Shaivite philosophy.
School days में he would more attend to his own meditation and भगवान की याद को ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट में रखती थी उतना ध्यान स्टडीज़ में नहीं था उनका तो goal was different his program was different maybe it was just spending some time till he would slightly grow goal तो अलग ही रहा है ना लेकिन पढ़ाई में अच्छे थे विच यू कैन आप खुद देख सकते हैं कि कितना ही सी ऑफ नॉलेज किसी डिटेल में आप जाइए कोई सवाल पूछिए कोई जवाब सुनिए
یِتھٕے کٔنۍ اوس گژھان دۄہَے سکوٗل سکوٗلَس منٛز اوس پرٛیم کَران لۄکچار پٮ۪ٹھ اوس یِتھُے سکوٗل اوس گژھان سُہ آسان پٲٹھۍ تَتہِ اوس ابیاس کَران تیوٗت لۄکُٹ اوس سُہ چَپرَس اوسُس کھۄنٛکِتھ اَنان دٮ۪دِ نِش.
Once, his teacher inflicted 25 cane strokes on him for singing bhajans in the class, but the move boomeranged as the teacher fell ill for the same number of days. Realizing that his interest lay elsewhere, Lakshman's parents started thinking about getting him married. But Lakshman would have none of it.
In my youth, they were planning to marry me. I said, no, I am not going to marry. I am married to God. I am married to bigger than the biggest. I am married to him. I want him to be with me. He is my husband. So I refused.
One day, when Lakshman heard his father recite a verse from Utpal Dev's Shiv Stotravali, he was so deeply moved that he insisted on someone translating it for him. The choice automatically fell on Swami Mehtab Kak.